Hi guys, it's Stephanie Ann. Today is day 3. And it's 9:32 p.m. and I just got back not too long ago with my mom from Starbucks. We had ourselves some Starbucks. What I like to get at Starbucks is the double chocolatey chip, but it's kind of getting expensive now, so I just don't go there as often, but I do have a card, so I've just been using it over time. Afterwards, we stopped by a gas station, and I discovered Laffy Taffy. I have not had this in years. I got it, there's 3 for $1, so I got 2 grapes, because I love grape Laffy Taffy, and a cherry. Now, when I saw this, I thought, I need to send this to someone in the United Kingdom. Not these ones, because I'm going to eat these ones. But whenever I create another box to send off, it's going to include Laffy Taffies. I'm not sure if these are in the United Kingdom, so I'm going to have to ask Mr. Nathan Lindley if you guys have these. And if not, I will send you some, because these are amazing. Maybe you have something equal to it. But I don't know, because it might be there. I don't know. It's Wonka. Willy Wonka. Well, it's Willy Wonka. It's Wonka. But also, I'm really curious of how you pronounce Laffy Taffy, and if it's like Laffy Toffee or something. I really want to know. Moving on. I'm excited for these though. But, so that's where I was. That's what was happening. And what was really nice is that at Starbucks I got to talk to my mom about pretty much everything that's been happening lately. Pretty much everything that's been in blogs and vlogs and everything I've just been going through. I just kind of updated her because I haven't really been able to talk, so that was really nice that we randomly ended up at Starbucks together and got to talk, and she listened to me. Before I get into what we discussed, today I woke up and I put on some worship music and started my day off in positiveness, and then I took a shower. So my hair's nice and fresh, except it dries funny. It's like all wavy and stuff, so it just looks funny. Like what is that? So it's all poofy-ish because of how it dries. I don't have a hair tie over here. I do got my spectacles. So yeah, and then after that I ate food, and I don't know, I've just been having a lot of thoughts on my mind though. I was on Facebook, put some pictures up, communicated with some awesome people. Today I sent text messages to like 2 friends telling them I hope they had an awesome day. I don't think I received a reply from either of them, but I thought I would at least send something nice. So I'm sure they'll reply at least within the next week. Then yeah, so the Starbucks trip happened, and what I got to talk to my mom about is, besides everything I went through there, is what's on my mind lately, and that's the idea of taking a big step in life. I'm not sure where I'm to go. I don't feel like my location is decided yet, but I have ideas. And but then there's like, you know, just the thought that, well, anything could happen between now and a month from now, you know. So I don't really know, but I know it's gonna be good. So it's like, oh there, I'm just excited to find out. I really am. But what is it going to be? I don't know. So we'll see. But she listened to me as I talked and told her the idea of like moving like across the country, literally to the East Coast, as like an example or an idea, not something I'm totally set on, but if I could make a decision right now, that's the only one on my mind, because I have a really good friend that lives over there, and so like that's the only person I would consider moving with if it was possible. Now I don't really know yet, you know, I mean, I know she has her own life going on and stuff, and I I wouldn't be able to just move over there and have a place of my own. So kind of just, it's really, I would still be in a way dependent on her, and if I would even be able to stay over there. So at least until I, you know, get my feet off, like pick my feet up, whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, it's all up in the air, but I allowed to use that for North Carolina. I use that as a, okay, if this was the case, how would you do it? What would you need? So I did this whole list. I sent her this big old long message as I'm thinking about it, and just to get an idea of, well, what would you need to actually move your entire room to another state? And I mean, this is just something that excites me, you know. And then there's the other thoughts, like, well, how long would I live there? And then what about something else, you know, going on? And I mean, one day I would love to be married and have my own house and start that life, you know. So it's like, I don't know where that's going. It's not like I'm not like engaged or anything, so I don't know where I would go, who I would move with. But then that comes to mind as well. So it's like, I don't know what's to happen, but I figured, well, I'll figure it out eventually, so I'm not really sure, but I'm just like, as long as I'm still single, I would be living, not with someone, not a guy. So it's like, I either stay home. I don't really feel that there's anything here for me, not anymore at least. So it's like, what's next? So let me get my thinking glasses on and think this through. So it's like, I don't know. It really depends on my future, but I know that God knows my future, therefore He knows exactly where to point me at, where to show me. It's like, okay, where do you want me to go? North Carolina or stay here in California? Nothing's wrong with California. I would love to move to a different area though, but I don't know anyone because I'm, like I said, I mean, I couldn't be on my own. I mean, that'd be cool, but like, oh dear, that'd kind of be lonely. I'd have to at least move somewhere where I knew someone in the town. Because, I mean, I don't know, like, what reason do I have to go somewhere? Usually it's like a connection with someone's kind of like a good reason for me. Then I told my friend, I was like, if I could move out of the country, I totally would. Like, if that was possible, heck yeah, I'd go. That's something new, that's something different. But, I mean, where would I go? No one would let me just stay at their house. Like, who would do that? But I do want to visit someday. Go somewhere. That'd be so awesome. That'd be like in my opinion, a great investment is a plane ticket out of the freaking country, get out of here, and experience something totally new. I mean, I even asked the post office guy like a few weeks ago. I was like, so how much is the passport, just to get an idea. Oh dear, it's like $150 for the whole process, and I'm just like, on top of that, it's like $1,300 just for a ticket, unless you find a really good deal, which they do to certain places, like landmarks and stuff. They'll have deals. I'm like, heck, I'm messing my hair up. So can you just imagine all this thoughts just happening? And so that's kind of like how today was, and that's how last night went. But last night I was just so excited, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what I'm excited about, but I'm excited. And it just feels really good. So I don't know. I'm like, where am I gonna go? We'll figure that out. So I mean, if God said StephanieAndStuff, that's my last name. I don't hide my last name. I just like using Stephanie Ann. I switched my photography over that. This is kind of a silly reason. It makes sense though. Usually when people get married, the girl changes their last name, right? I mean, that's generally what happens. That makes sense to me. So I knew that one day my last name would change, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm really not one to just dwell on like, I mean, if I really was the type of person who was like, I have to be in a relationship and I have to get married someday, I would have already had probably like 50 boyfriends. So, I just want to clear that up. I'm not the type of person. I do dream to have that, like, to be with someone, you know, but that's because it excites me to care for someone like that. Like, the idea of taking care of someone, or being taken care of as well. So, so I imagine I was just like, well, if one day I get married, then I would have a different last name. And I would be stuck to SM Photography. And personally, I don't want my last name to be an M again, so I used to joke saying that I would not marry someone with their last name if it was an M. Because then I would still be SM, and I just don't like the M. So, so anyway, I liked using Stephanie Ann a lot, you know. I was just like, I like saying Stephanie Ann, like, I like my middle name, you know. My middle name's the same as my mom's middle name, and I'm named after my dad. So, I got a piece of my mom and my dad with me. Oh dear. But, so when I was thinking of my photography, I was like, I don't like Stephanie McDowell. No offense to my dad and his last name. Like, it's not like, oh, I don't like my McDowell family. I don't mind. I love my family. But I knew that Stephanie Ann would never change. Like, I mean, I don't desire to change my name or something, because I'm born with a name, I'm going to stick with a name, you know? So, that explains why I'm Stephanie Ann. So that, if my last name changes or not, it doesn't affect my name for photography. So, luckily I changed it now before I, you know, got any further in it. I need to eat this. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so no, I'm not the type of person who, like, has to have someone, and, but these thoughts come to my head because it's my future, and when I think future, I think something like that, you know, someone else being involved, and if that's the case, well, where would I be, where would I go, where would we live? I don't really care where we live, as long as we are both happy, but, because I'm not tied to anything huge here. I'm not tied to a 10-year job, or, I mean, I'm a freelance photographer, so I can go anywhere I want with that, but the only thing I'm kind of tied to, I guess, is working at the preschool, but, I mean, that's just 3 days a week, and I love what I do, but if I had to move, it'd be something I would be able to give up, you know? I would just probably think about my boss. Like, I would find someone to replace myself for her, so she's not like, what, I'm losing help. But for now though, I mean, I'll be working there, so that's okay for now. But these are the thoughts that have been going in my head. Like, it just feels like, okay, it's time to move on, Stephanie. You got a future ahead of you that is totally gonna surprise you. But yeah, so I don't know, it's just like my whole being right now wants to go. Just go somewhere and start up something new and exciting. And honestly, there's nothing in this town that is for any of my passions. Hardly. Like, I mean, any job you have is fast food restaurant. Everyone ends up working at McDonald's here. I refuse to work at McDonald's. Everyone complains about it and it's torture. So, I mean, the food kind of gets me sick now. And so I try not to eat there. But, you know, it's either that or another fast food restaurant, or, I don't know, you'll be lucky if you even get the job. And I was just completely blessed to randomly get the job at the preschool because my sister works there and she just needed some extra help during a certain time. And I, like, needed it at that time. And then she let me stay and work there for good, even if it was just 3 days a week. In, like, 4 hours or 4.5 hours. Oh. So, it's like, I feel like I'm not so attached to anything here anymore. So it's like I'm free to go somewhere if I, you know, the only thing I lack is money, but at least I have these little jobs that I could use to save up the money. So, yeah, that's where I am right now. It's just totally wondering what on earth I'm supposed to do. But I'm excited. It's not like I worry, like, what do I do? Where do I go? And it's not something I'm, just putting myself down over. It's like literally exciting thinking of this idea, So, I talked with my friend from North Carolina, and I told her my idea, and I know she has a lot of stuff going on, and to let her know I didn't mean anything. Like, I'd probably need at least a year here, I'm thinking, to save up the money, maybe longer, but I okay, when I saved up for my Canon 5D, I had like an early goal, right? But when it got to that point, I realized I didn't have enough. It's like I would like kind of move it down, like, okay, let's try to get it by here, and it was okay. But I always set my goals as early as I can, because I am one to believe the impossible. So I'm just like, I believe it can happen, and like, if I were to move across the entire country, I believe I could do it. Even though I don't have money now, I don't worry. It's just like, I believe it could happen. And, God proving to me that anything could happen is now I'm just like, okay, well then, let's go to Ireland. I don't know. I'm Irish, I might as well be in Ireland. Can I do the Irish accent? No. I've accidentally done it where I'm like, that sounded Irish, but I don't mean to. It's kind of hard. I'm not managed. Like, my friend does the Australian one, and really, I only can do, like, the British one. I can't seem to get myself to catch on to the others. British and Southern, but that's it, Stop it! Hair. So, yeah. Why is there a clump? So yeah, that's what's been going on. It's just all these thoughts, and I don't know. I want to explore because I want to see new places for photos. So as long as I'm in California, if there's anyone who wants to come to California, you better come now while I'm here, so I can show you around. This is just awesome. You gotta feel this. Like, feel it. It just feels, it's an eraser, and it's so huge, and it's literally like the eraser material. I can't smell it. Okay. Anyway, I just, like, my sister's like, what's with you and these massive, well, she doesn't say massive, I just say massive. Sorry, I was itchy. She's like, what's with you and these big things? And I'm like, I don't know, I got a big eraser, a big peg, clothespin, and look at that. I love myself some big materials. I just think that I just need a big clothespin because I got really big clothes, and a big eraser because I make a lot of mistakes in life, and I just gotta erase them. If you make a mistake in life, erase it. The past is the past. But if it becomes your present, then you better do something about it. Oh, I spend so much time on these vlogs. I'm super, there's so much going on right now. Can you just imagine? I'm just like, get it out there. Just get it out. So, that's how day 3 went. I'm definitely going to be praying for direction. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? And who will be involved in all these plans? I don't know, So, if I go to North Carolina, I go to North Carolina. If I stay in California, I stay in California. If I don't know. Either way, I do want to have my traveling fun and save up to go somewhere. But where? I don't know. Somewhere though where like someone I know is at. Which is cool because I know like a whole bunch of people, like everyone, So I'm excited. And I gotta edit photos right now. And I've been procrastinating, so that's why I'm like, gotta edit photos right now. I have a to-do list. Literally, it says to-do list on it, and I have to do all these photos for people. who need them because I got paid, and I'm just so excited to, I don't know, I wasn't excited. Nah. Alright, so, yep. I'm just gonna watch this later on in life and look at myself and be like, that's funny, Stephanie, you're talking about that, and look at, you freaking moved. Just kidding, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just super thankful, though, for all that's been happening. This isn't a case of, I gotta get out of this town because everything reminds me of my past. But if I did move, I wouldn't have those reminders of the past, but I'm not trying to run from it. I'm just ready for something new. I'm ready for a complete change in life. There are all those things I'm curious about, but at least I don't have that fear that I was developing. It calmed down, and I thought, what is there to worry about? You think someone's gonna come along, trick you, and then you're gonna go through this whole, oh my gosh, I can't go on. You know, like, I don't need to fear that I'm going to be set up in that way again and go through what I went through, even if, you know, like, anything similar. Like, I don't need to spend time with that fear. But I'm glad that I dealt with it. I'm glad that it came out of me so I could see it and that I could overcome it. And my goodness, I can't wait any longer. Wrong shard. This is not what you would want to eat with the crown. Okay, we're good. This tastes so good. It's just so yummy. How many calories is in this? Who cares? 80 calories. Look at that. Just Laffy Taffy. Can't even tell. It's so yummy. Just incredibly amazing. I don't understand how something so small like this could be just so amazing. But it is. Anyway, wow. So, that's how am I doing. And I've been making these vlogs really long. Oopsie daisy. I just keep talking and talking. Controls? Oh there. What is the default? Really? That's auto curves? Makes me yellow? Curves. I mean white balance. Wow. Someone's on Photoshop right now. Yellow would not help. Green? No, not green. I'm thinking pink. It's worse. Okay, sorry. I can't stand it. I'm gonna take auto off. Better off choosing my own white balance. Make me a little brighter some contrast. The gain is just on auto and it doesn't let me, it just gets really bright on me. Whatever, anyway. Now it's kind of yellowy. Well, thanks for listening to my day 3. Why am I thinking? I'm making these for myself. Oh dear. I really like my frame. I know what picture I'm going to stick in it too. The recent picture I took of me all smiling and stuff. Well, I was thinking of using the one by where I'm sitting next to the window and had my hair curled, and it was red. It's a red and white picture, so it would match my room. So I was thinking of using that one. And okay, self-portraits are not any type of being conceited. Okay, why would I stick a picture of one of my models in my room? It's just awkward. It's like them, you know. Of myself, it's my room. It's my photo. It's of me. And, I mean, I have pictures of my friends up there, like, friends right there, you know? Anyway, I gotta go. It's almost 25 minutes. But I'm just still excited for the rest of the week, and I can't wait to get to day 7 and see the difference between 7 and 1. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this Laffy Taffy, and I will talk tomorrow.